All right, so this really isn't an activity, but it is, I feel, crucial to making sure that you understand guest relations. When we talk about human resources, working with a team, developing a team, you definitely need to talk about, I feel like, these things. This is really not an ESA thing, this is a TIM and training thing. So first, whenever you talk about associates and working with associates, you're gonna have to establish development and coaching and training. That's going to require you to have moments where they're just not performing to expectations. When they're not meeting those expectations, you need to do two things. One, have some tea time. You like my picture? That's pretty awesome. I know I'm great. It's some tea time. You need to evaluate the associate. Are they having a training issue? Did you train them correctly? Are they having an execution issue? Is there some problem with that? Executing the expectation? Or is it an accountability issue? Is this like they're just really being defiant? So how I break it down is that when I train a housekeeper, Maria is usually my example, Andrea is really a great example as well. Those are my two housekeepers I used to have in Phoenix. I would assess the situation. They clean a room on Kai, but we'll call it guest ready now. They clean a room, and if it's not the way I want it, then did I train them right? Did I actually show them all of the in-room cleaning process? Is there something that I missed? When I establish that it's not a training issue, I go over to, and Maria is usually my example, I go to Maria and say, hey, what's going on? I trained you, what's going on? And she says, oh, I can't get under the bed because my knees hurt. Oh, cool, that's an execution issue. Let me get you some knee pads, or let me see if I can find something. Or when they have the housekeeping rainbow, you know, the top of the refrigerator that's like, woo! The housekeeping rainbow, because they don't get on top of it, because they don't have a ladder. That's an execution issue. They don't have all their supplies. If you notice that you train them and there's no execution issue, then it's an accountability issue. That requires a conversation and probably some performance things. When you establish why the expectation isn't being met using our tea time, we then need to go into the vanilla method. What is that? Stop, collaborate, and listen. Yes, I know, it's silly, it's cheesy, but it's memorable because it's cheesy, especially with people my age, with vanilla ice. So vanilla method is stop, collaborate, and listen. It means don't, see, and then I put a gentleman with vanilla ice hair. Yes, that's awesome. And then here we go. So the reality is that sometimes we like to put off our conversations with associates because we can talk about it at the end of the day or tomorrow, but those never work. We need to stop what we're doing when we notice the expectation is not being met. We then need to collaborate, come together, let's talk about what it is. Whether that's hey, I just saw you talk to this guest and it just wasn't the way I expect you to talk to a guest, or whatever the case may be, or hey, I'm noticing that this bed isn't made correctly, the angle isn't right. You stop, you collaborate, come together, but then you listen. And why are you listening? Tea time. Establishing, is this a training issue they just didn't know? Is this an execution issue, something I can help fix? Or is this an accountability issue where I'm gonna need to have some accountability conversations here? So you're gonna stop, collaborate, and listen. While you're listening, use tea time, and then we're gonna develop our staff. So it's not really an activity. I mean, you can have them draw pictures if you want. You can have them guess what it means. You can have them role play. This would be a great role-playing one, but it's tea time and vanilla method. They go together. I'm gonna talk about human relations and developing teams. All right, if you have any questions, let me know.